Welcome all to Legends of Raspia, the comedy fiction fantasy real play role-playing podcast with its own unique game, which is designed for anyone to pick up and play. One die, one sheet, and one ring to rule... Wait, not that part. So, pull up a chair, let down your hair, spend a few talks with that old Bardfox. Last time on OLoR, Feaubear and his new friend Trope slowly woke from a night of binging blue, and they make their way back to the next day's Kill Hinch show, from which they were both ejected. On their way, they were stopped by neanering bullies bent on stripping Trope of his confidence. Feaubear defended his new friend and found that in this plane of existence, words certainly will hurt. Our hero conflagrated the evilest-looking bully, and now they return to getting in line for the show.
Alright, so, open table. Okay, so I can just explode people with my insults? With my...
You asking me? Because I didn't know that either. I've never been able to do that, dude. It's like, you just used bad words for good.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that guy would have gone and got realized. Whatever world he goes to would have been awful. You saw how evil he looked, irredeemably, so you don't have to feel bad at all.
Exactly. All of those scars, I've heard fables of how bad people just get scars all over them.
Yes, I hear that in fables, too. This is such a solid reference.
Listen, has anyone tried to do that to Hinch?
Influence test.
8?
Dude, look, seriously, by the time most of us get up there, we don't even know you could do that. I don't even knowing that you can do that. I don't even, I've said stuff to him before, but you miraculously cut them to the quick. That was brutal. I literally didn't know that could happen. As far as that happening to Hinch is concerned, I don't. But why Hinch? He's just trying to get us all realized.
You can kind of see the interior conflict of Trope, because they're his buddy, and you just saved his ass. You're kind of his hero now. But his old hero is kind of having a hard time letting go.
He's not like those other ideas,
In fact, those ideas, they hate Hinch. They don't like Hinch at all. They follow
way worse than Hinch.
Hey, you met him.
Yeah, Bernale.
No. Okay, we're all right. Sorry. Just another thing is if you say his name, he usually appears, and then he will just. Yeah.
You say his name just like casually? Just say it like Verdale?
E-core test.
7.
Did you hear that?
Melody on the wind?
That's his melody. Anyway.
His melodale. Never mind. Come back to me. I'm gonna cook on that one.
Vermadale. Oh! Sorry, I hated what I said so much that I had to vomit light. Anyway, so yeah,
what were you saying, Feaubear? Sorry, we were whispering.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like, if he holds all the keys, what if, I don't know, I'm just spitballing. Like,
Feaubear, you got a look in your eye. What are you planning on doing?
No, nothing. I'm just saying, like, why, like, what makes this guy so important? Like, why, like, why does he get to realize the ideas?
Well,
what makes him a good idea? Yeah. What makes him a good idea?
Influence test. I don't know if people can hear you.
9.
There are a couple people who turn around right in front of you. One of them is just this woman who is just all muscles, just like an unhealthy amount of muscles. She flexes at you, turns back around, and her compatriot is an umbrella with dog ears and googly eyes. It's forced, but bitch, we can do what we want. Anyway, so
I don't find your muscles intimidating since I can kill people with words, so...
The umbrella looks at you with confusion like, I don't bark have any muscles, googly eye.
It wasn't you, umbrella. Also, let's talk later.
Are you checking out this umbrella right now, dude?
It's forced, but there are no rules.
Ooh, you got some confidence from that murder. I'm just kidding, it's not a murder, it's a conflagration. And I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, so you guys continue to wait in line. Let's go ahead and do a perception as the line slowly files up toward the obtuse, at best, security.
19 perception.
Feaubear? Listeners, you get it, I rolled a 1! 3 of them!
We need to make a sound for this.
I'm telling ya. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I love when the players get miracles on perception rolls because I get to just explain what's out there and I don't have to be hidey and sneaky about it. So, you guys are a couple of heads from the front of the line. As you are people are filing in. One person is rejected. They just kind of weeping. They walk past you, and they feel very warm as they're passing you.
Oh yeah,
putting out a lot of heat.
That can't be good for confidence.
Yeah, no, it's really not. In fact, this security person is bad for all forms of most things that would be benevolent within you. This guy is not only bad for the confidence, you can start to smell him like a toad's burp. Very swampy and putrid, just kind of wafting over. In fact, some of the ideas ahead of you start holding their breath as they walk up so they don't have to smell him. You can hear him saying from the other side of them. You can't really make out what he's saying because he's trying to kind of talk past a tongue too big for him. However, you're going to be there in a matter of time. So, the next world's turn, I will be describing to you the security person if all things keep going the way they're going. Also, Trope looks bothered. But that's all I'll say as we go to an open table.
What's on your mind, Trope?
Influence test.
Yeah. 18.
Oh, first I was like, no, but then I'm like, yes, teen. I hate that's what came out of my face just now. You know what I always say? No, not gonna do this. I might though. Okay, so as Trope has his inner conflict, he then hears your question and cuts all that off and is like, hey, so unrelated to your previous question, I may have to dip off when we get there. I'll meet you inside. I will. I may have to. You don't want to come with me when okay?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I wasn't thinking that we'd be doing a duo act.
You want to do a duo act? You said.
I didn't think that we were.
Oh, you don't want to? Oh, that's fine too. Okay, so he's. So,
you're the one telling me to leave you alone in there. What's that all about?
I get embarrassed. My singing isn't for me. And so I don't know, like your singing is for you, but like I sing cause like I like to sound like songs. Someday I think that other people want also to hear sounds that sound like songs that I didn't write. Oh, I'm starting to feel kind of hot.
That's listen, Trope. Listen, that's not how music works, bud. They gotta be for yourself at least a little bit.
But it's the only thing I do. No one else can do this thing. Look, without moving my mouth, I make all these cool noises.
And that is impressive. I've been in shock since I learned about this.
Yeah, it's weird, and
I think you can use it. It's just, you don't have to worry about giving the people what they want to hear. Just make a song that you want to hear. That's what it's about.
But if it's not written, how is it a song? I can't sing a song that's not written. You sound ridiculous right now. I'm supposed to sing a song that isn't written. Oh, it's not a song, that's just nothing. Stupid.
Can an idea have an idea? Where do the ideas come from?
That is a good question. To wit, you must roll an ECOR test to know if you have an interior understanding of this.
16! I'm rolling hot today.
You are rolling hot today. So an idea, capital I, idea, is... really, like any idea, is the collection of all of the contexts that add up so that idea can be possible, right? So you as Feaubear, the full package, exactly. All of the decisions you made leading up to that, what you represent in the story, in your life, depending on what scope of meta we're looking at. That's a good, yeah.
So the ideas are still part of the capital I idea.
Thank you. That is exactly right.
All right.
Some ideas are more basic than others. You are a complicated idea, as referenced previously with all of your lines.
Tell me about it.
Defined.
All right then. So yeah. Okay, sure. I guess we can. You do your own sort of thing, I guess, and I'll do my own sort of thing once we get in. But.
Well, no, we can hang out in there. We gotta... And as he is talking, you guys are interrupted by your turn at the security guard. Let's do a perception as we go to the world's turn.
4.
A blubberous, hulking, putrid mass greets you with only one eye half open. Not because he can't open the other eye, he just really can't be bothered. He's the kind of idea that is very comfortable, just lingering where he is in forgotten space. He's not a good idea, he's fine with that. He's not a bad idea, so he's just one of those lifers. It's like, I got forgotten. I'm just gonna be in forgotten space and make the most of it. Take advantage of ideas that come through. He's really just kind of taking, for the most part, as you step up, and he goes, "Baya Balabinga! If it isn't Trope, hey there, little mutt pup."
Wow, that sounds almost exactly like jobberish.
Jobberish? No, jobberish over here. Not me, I'm enunciating.
Oh, no, now I understand you.
He said no gibberish over here. He's enunciating. Enunciating, my bad.
So, entry for 2?
Yep, please. Yep.
Put the little sperm balls in your ear, boy. Bye, so, Trope, same arrangement as always.
Trope has a very ashamed look on his face.
Tail between the legs.
Tail between legs, exactly. He's kind of, he looks up at you. He's like, fuck, I gotta do it anyway. Yes, same arrangement as usual.
Thumbs up. Come on, buddy.
All right, we'll be right back. Why don't you take guard for me?
He says, okay, baya balabinga. We'll be right back. Why don't you? And then he pointed at you and he said, why don't you take guard for me?
All right. Wada bada bing ba. Why don't you take guard for me? I say to the person behind me.
Influence test, and take a bit because regardless how this goes, I love it.
17.
Okay. The person behind you is kind of just a floating drum with a couple of drumsticks as the eyebrows to show expression.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, rat-tat-tat-tat, and step up in front of you and go and place themselves on the bench as the security guard and Trope go off into the shadows and start making some fucked up noises. Things.
What?
Oh, you couple of sperm balls in your ear, boss.
Go ahead and do a perception as we go to the world's turn.
Yeah, I'm definitely like following them in, like like that sort of thing. 6.
Okay, actually, I didn't give you the option, but if you want, you can do an agility test to try to sneak up.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Just because I got the guy behind me to take guard, seemingly.
Sweet. Cool. So yeah, let's retcon that. We'll use your second action to sneak over there. That'll be an agility test. Then we'll go to that world's turn, shall we?
All right, agility puts me at 23.
So you come around the corner.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, and maybe relevant is the thing, because as you get around the corner, you see that Trope is performing unmentionables on the security guard, who is flexing his nasty, flabbing looking arm. And I don't mean like unhealthy, and I don't mean like, oh, this is within the human realms of capacity to reach if you are at a point in your life. No, I'm talking about when you see a gross looking fish, or like the inside of an octopus, that feeling that you get that feeling from his build in general. I'm not body shaming, but that motherfucker should be ashamed of his body. Anyway, so he's standing there going, and he's just we're gonna keep scaling up until you interrupt me there. So.
All right, I'm gonna sneak back.
Okay.
I think I've seen enough. I think I get the gist. I get the idea.
You do indeed. Let's do that perception roll that we said as we go back to the world's turn and you go back to your post.
Yep, 14.
So you go over and stand next to the bench atop which the floating drum is continuing to float and has like floaty drumsticks as an eyebrow. And the drumsticks look over at you and kind of raise curiously. Like, hey, you look like something's wrong with you.
I'm good. I'm great. Carry on. And
lifts its drumsticks up toward. Sorry, go on.
I hope I'm not being offensive, but I'll give him a little tap on the,
It like lifts its drumsticks up towards you, and you're like, no, thank you.
Yeah. No.
You don't want to play?
I have my own snare drum, thank you.
That's right, you do have your own snared drum. And your thoughts are with said drum as your friend Trope and the security guard come walking around the corner.
So, you want to sign up?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now, what's your name, little idea?
It's Feaubear, don't go there.
The recipe string boy. Well, Feaubear, my name is Jojo Koko. Baya-ba-la-binga. And if you want to be guaranteed a spot, it's not a ticket, but it's the same sort of a thing. Well, maybe next time I can replace Trope with you. You've got the defined lines I like.
He shakes and quivers as he continues to bellow into the air. But he takes your sign up. He writes your name down on a little slip of paper. And he drops it into a bucket, which is actually just a top hat. Drops it into a top hat. Says, "Go find a seat. If you're lucky, you'll get called." Let's do a perception roll as you walk past Jojo Koko. And you walk in with Trope, who you now can see is embarrassed about how he gets up on stage. Anyway, let's go through, and he opens the door for you. Sorry, go on.
Do you have to like get with Jojo Koko every time you come in?
Oh, only if I want to get up. You know, it's randomized otherwise, and Jojo Koko trades these, calls them favors for getting up on stage time.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, he's a terrible slug person.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kitty. You know, Kitty gets it. Me too. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Anyway, so as the cat behind you in line is levying and sharing their opinions, Trope opens the door for you. And do you have anything else you would like to do before you enter the Kill Hinch arena?
Yeah, I wanna look back at Jojo, and I wanna look him in his one open eye, and I wanna give him the stankiest eye that I've ever stanked upon.
Influence test to really throw that stank on it.
This is a 22 stank.
Woo! It stanks to the point where he loses 5 confidence from the look that you give him. So,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you didn't leave him feeling as good as he did when you got there. And in my opinion, that is what is best for Jojo Koko. And as you leave him behind you, and you see that his confidence has left him as well, the doors open, and the music of the Kill Hinch band surrounds you. And Trope kind of takes a breath and shrugs it off and begins walking toward the audience. At which point, screen fades to black.
Well, Forspa is not all hologrammarian beverages and skyscraperian Coruscanti Gershwin city soundscapes. Indeed, here there be monsters. Oh, Legends of Raspia is brought to you by Bardfox. The game Legends of Raspia is created and designed by Han Blackheart and Rik Tahee. The Raspian mythology is created by Han Blackheart with notable contributions from the collective creators and friends of Bardfox. Feaubear Dongodare is played by Rik Tahee. Game moderation and all other characters are played by Mr. Han Blackheart. Special guest appearance made by Rico's cat, Jimbo, who you can only see if you watch the show on YouTube or Spotify, which is the most compelling reason to date to watch the show. So, OLoR is edited and mixed by Rik Tahee. Music written and performed by Han Blackheart. Artwork by Xanthi Blackheart. Links for all the social medias can be found in episode descriptions. And as always, good luck, traveler, back there on Earth.
See, if you're lucky, you'll get called. I did that with my mind.
Good catch, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Cat.
Okay.